Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. So, did you know that thousands of transit riders out there actually miss out on their full fare benefits simply because they aren't sure how to effectively track their transit accounts? Well, today, we're going to change that. We are going to walk through a super practical, step-by-step guide to completely mastering your Hop Fastpass balance online if you're riding in the Portland, Vancouver area. We're going to make sure you never have to guess your balance again.
All right, let's just dive right into this. You know the feeling. Have you ever confidently boarded a bus? You go to tap your card, and instead of that friendly little ding, you get hit with the dreaded transaction denied alert chime. It is incredibly frustrating, right? Especially when you're rushing to work or you're desperately trying to catch a transfer. That spike of anxiety from an unexpected zero balance? Yeah, that is exactly what we're going to eliminate today.
So here is our game plan for today. 1. The transit balance dilemma. 2. Checking balances online. 3. Mobile apps and wallets. 4. Smart alerts and fare capping. And finally, number 5, troubleshooting common issues. Let's get into it.
Section 1. The transit balance dilemma, or basically why your tap gets denied in the first place.
Okay, so before we even start checking balances, we really need to understand what that physical plastic card actually is. And spoiler alert here, it is not a digital piggy bank. The Hop Fastpass network operates on what's called an account-based backend. What that means is your money isn't actually stored on the card's microchip at all. The card is literally just a highly secure pointer. Think of it like a key that communicates with this massive cloud-hosted central server ledger. That ledger is where your transaction data and your balances truly live. And because your balance lives in the cloud, you can seamlessly track and manage the whole shebang dynamically online.
Moving on to Section 2, checking balances online. Step-by-step digital verification.
Whether you're a daily commuter or just an occasional visitor, myhopcard.com is going to be your primary gateway. To do a really quick check without even needing to make an account, just follow these steps. First, open your web browser, head to myhopcard.com, and select the public balance verification tool. Second, type in that 16-digit card number that's printed right there on the back of your plastic card. And third, just enter the 3-digit security code right next to it. You hit submit, and instantly the cloud ledger returns your current available funds. It is perfectly fuss-free, and honestly, it's just excellent for occasional riders.
Now, depending on what exactly you need to do, there are different levels of access at your disposal. For the really advanced features, like balance protection, you're going to use the full online web dashboard. That requires setting up an email and a strict 8-character password. But hey, if you prefer calling in, you'll just use your 16-digit card number and a 4-digit PIN over the phone. Or for in-person help down at Pioneer Courthouse Square, you basically just need your name and your card info. It's a highly secure, flexible system built completely around what you need. Section 3. Mobile apps and wallets. Managing your virtual transit wallet. Managing your virtual transit wallet is really where this system flexes its muscles. The official Hop Fastpass mobile app prioritizes highly secure payment and fare management. For those of you who want to just ditch the plastic entirely, you can actually transfer your card right into your smartphone's digital wallet. Here's how. Step 1. Open the Hop app and register your physical card. Step 2. Tap the Add to Apple Wallet or Google Wallet option. Now, Step 3 is absolutely critical. You have to confirm the transfer. Because once you complete this process, your physical plastic card is permanently deactivated. The credential is securely moved to your phone's secure element chip, which means that old piece of plastic, it will no longer work on the bus. And here is a really fantastic, actionable insight specifically for the Android users out there. Android devices can actually host multiple virtual Hop cards at the exact same time. This is an absolute game changer for families. If you're a parent or guardian, you can manage and load travel fares for all your dependents directly from one single smartphone using Google Wallet. No more juggling 5 different plastic cards for the kids when you're trying to board.
Section 4. Smart alerts and fare capping. Maximizing your transit benefits. So, checking your balance manually is great, but staying proactively informed? That's even better. You can essentially automate your transit life by setting up push-based balance alerts in the app, so your phone just pings you when your funds are running low. Even better, you can configure auto-load to top up automatically directly from your bank account. But, and listen closely to this, you have got to pay attention to this critical technical quirk. You must always use the exact same device or card when you tap. If you tap your iPhone in the morning and then your Apple Watch in the afternoon, the transit ledger actually sees those as 2 completely different accounts. So don't mix and match.
And here is exactly why that device rule is a big deal. $5.60. That is the daily fare cap for standard adult riders.
Once you spend exactly $5.60 in a single day, the cloud ledger automatically caps your fare and just grants you free rides until 3 a.m. You are essentially earning a day pass just by riding. This dynamic capping is exactly why getting your digital tracking right is so incredibly valuable.
Section 5. Troubleshooting common issues. Some quick fixes for transit hiccups.
Now, even with a super advanced account-based system, hardware and network hiccups out in the real world are going to happen. It's just a fact of life. First, you need to know your physical cues at the platform validators. A green checkmark accompanied by a nice, pleasant chime means success, and the validator screen will physically show you the exact time your fare expires. On the flip side, if you tap a card with a zero balance, you're going to see a red X and hear a pretty harsh alert chime. That is your cue to step aside and pull up your app.
Now, if you're checking your balance on the online portal and you hit an error, you're going to see some specific exception messages. If you see invalid input, that usually just means you mistyped your 16-digit number or the security code. Simple fix. But if you see a lost or stolen message, that means the card has been reported missing and the central ledger has instantly frozen the balance to protect your money. You will actually need to link a new physical card to recover those frozen funds.
All right, for the iOS users out there, what happens if you experience a lagging virtual balance? You know, sometimes you reload online, but your Apple Wallet still shows the old amount because of spotty cell service? Well, here is a really cool expert fix for you. Open up your iOS wallet, select your transit card, and tap that little ellipsis icon for card details. Authenticate with your Face ID, and then toggle Service Mode on. Just wait a second, and then toggle it right back off. What this does is it forces your phone's secure element to establish a fresh, direct connection with the central Hop ledger, which instantly syncs and updates your cash balance. Pretty neat, right?
A quick pro tip to wrap up our troubleshooting. Always keep your Hop Fastpass app updated to the latest version. That just ensures seamless and secure payment processing. And hey, if you encounter any complex billing discrepancies that these quick fixes just can't solve, there are excellent customer service resources available. You can always call or text the official support line at 503-238-7433 during their regular business hours for some direct help.
Just as a quick, professional reminder to make sure this information stays useful for you down the line, the features, pricing, and app interfaces that we've covered today are based on current system architectures. Software updates happen all the time, so specific steps are always subject to change. Make sure to always verify the most current procedures directly over at myhopcard.com.
Well, we've covered a lot, from the back-end cloud ledger to step-by-step balance verifications, multi-card mobile wallets, and even some expert troubleshooting tricks. So I want to leave you with this final thought. With your balance securely synced in the cloud, your smart alerts actively monitoring your funds, and your phone locked, loaded, and ready to tap, where will your next transit journey take you? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay curious and happy riding.